Let's have a look at the lineup. Now, Majestic Endeavour's another one that backs up quickly from Wednesday night. He finished 8th behind Exponents and will carry Saddle Clock 1 in this 1400-metre Class 5. Godspeed hasn't been to the races since New Year's Day. He bled in a trial back on the 19th of January. Massive Millennium, Rookie Star, Gainful Jet. We go down to Never Better, who's drawn quite well for Joe Moreira. Keep Going, Lightning Missile. Leisured Feet will jump from the outside gate. And Zach Burton getting down to a lightweight here to ride Lucky Storm.
Looking at good to slow here for this race over 1400 metres. We know that Gainful Jet likes to be up on the pace. Leisured Feet, he's had some torrid runs across his last 3 starts where he's been 3 wide the trip up on the pace, so he might be able to slot in this time round. Lightning Missile, Lucky Storm, they show a little bit of pace from time to time. And Lotus Breeze, he potentially could get caught 3 wide, but we know that he can roll along sometimes as well.
Well, this horse ran well last time. Massive Millennium, once he went back onto the turf. Here he is back on the all-weather, just working nicely enough though, but it was a good run from him, I thought, last time, and here he is down, well, he's still in Class 5, he's been a Class 5 stalwart there for a while. Never Better, look, what do you do with him? He obviously just gets placed all the time, and at the moment he just can't seem to get his nose in front, but he's honest, he's consistent without winning. Joe Moreira will jump aboard it as well from barrier number 6. And Lucky Storm, he's getting right down on the ratings now, this horse. But he went well, and it's interesting that Zach Burton's jumped aboard him with 118 pounds, so carried a little bit over. But up to 14 will suit him.
Yep, and he should be up in the firing line early. Majestic Endeavour did run Wednesday night. Prior to that, he ran on the turf. Massive Millennium, interesting Chad Schofield jumping back aboard as well. He's won twice on the horse. He's had a good association with the Massive, or the Millennium stable, I should say. Yeah, this has obviously been the plan from Casper with Majestic Endeavour. Run him on the all-weather. That was over 1,200 metres, a trip that was probably a little bit short of his best. And he's got the 10-pound claim here, but concerned maybe with that gate 1. He doesn't have a lot of gate speed, but he boxed on OK here in this effort. Massive Millennium, looking at him, he was good last start behind Nice Kick. He ran home a little bit as well. Yeah, and you can see Never Better flashing home there for 4th as well. As he normally does. So, you know, he's one that you could put in the exotics, but you couldn't really put him on a win line. On to Rookie Star, who is a horse that is not overly large when it comes to size, and the bigger weights tend to weigh him down a little bit. He is a one-time winner. That win came at the Valley over 16.50. And Lightning Missile, he's been a difficult one to follow. He's got himself down to a rating now of 28. Yeah, Rookie Star's interesting. He can run the odd good race, but normally at Happy Valley, he's drawn barrier 9, so that's just a little bit of a worry for me. Yeah, a little bit of a worry there. Regan Bayliss jumps aboard for Ricky Yu. Just 1 win from 21 and just a handful of minor placings for him. All right, Godspeed, an interesting runner in the race, Paul. As I said, he's bled after a trial back on the 19th of January, but he is a horse that quite often is specced in the betting when he goes around. He does. Look, it was a nice quiet trial here as well. He ran past a few, but he wasn't really pushed out. He's dropped a lot of weight coming in this, 60-odd pounds, but looking at that, you wouldn't know it. He's hitting the line really nicely. Cheek pieces will come off. You know, he's run second off a rating of 41 before in Class 4. He's now into Class 5 for the first time, so I'm going to give him a chance. Yeah, look, he's got some form behind Special Stars. He's here in this grade once again. I'm going to give him a chance in this race as well, but he does have that bleeding record, and they do say with bleeders you've got to catch them the first time round. Yep. All right, Lucky Storm's been back to the trials as well. He finished 3rd last start behind Laugh Out Loud. It was a wet morning on this occasion back on the 3rd of May, but he was thereabouts. Yeah, he closed off OK last start. You can see this trial here. He was 3rd. It was a real wet morning, so a few of them wouldn't have appreciated the track conditions. He's yet to win from 20 starts, but Zach Burton jumping on board is a big positive there. Yeah, I've put him in the numbers as well. Lucky Storm, I just think he'll run a good race with this lightweight, so it's a little bit more open, this market. Yeah, definitely. I want to go with Godspeed. As you say, it's good to catch these horses fresh. I think this would be his opportunity. 1,400 metres has looked ideal from in the past with a nice draw and into Class 5 for the first time. So he's on top from Lucky Storm. Never Better, got him in there on a place line as well. And Majestic Endeavour has won off a quick back off before, but you need to improve off his run on Wednesday night. 2, 14, 8 and 1. Same numbers as Paul. I've just swapped 2nd and 3rd round here. Godspeed on top. Cheek Pieces coming off. Like that trial. I'll take a chance with him here in this grade at 6 and 2. Throw in Never Better on a place line. Lucky Storm as well. And Majestic Endeavour on the backup with a 10-pound claim. 2, 8, 14 and 1. It's tough with a capital T, that one. I'm going to stick with my Lotus Breeze, potentially add a little bit of value, but not with a great deal of confidence. So that's the Class 5s done and dusted. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll look at a pair of Class 4s.